Good morning, everybody. It's Graham from Unearthed, and this film today is of our detecting session yesterday, where we had a very interesting afternoon. The morning session was cold, the fog came in, we could only see probably 30 or 40 yards in front of us for the first 4 or 5 hours. Finds came up sparsely, if that's the right word. A couple of copper coins, bits of junk, the usual sort of scrap metal, bits of copper, part of a crotal bell, nothing of note. It was really hard work. However, the conditions of the field had something to do with that. It had been ploughed, the soil falls away relatively easily over a period of time. The farmer had probably left the field 6 to 8 weeks, maybe more. There was quite a lot of air in it, but it was quite firm. When I say firm, it was quite smooth-ish in places to detect. However, a bit of good fortune came our way, in so much as while we were detecting in the morning session, the farmer actually came on with his agricultural machinery and decided to flatten out the areas ready for seeding, probably this week into next week. And of course, when he finished his process, we followed behind his machinery, and we had a really interesting session. Now, I'll talk a little bit at the end of this video about the conditions and what big part they played. So watch this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you at the end of the film. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Graham from Unearthed, and today I wasn't going to even bother doing a film. I just didn't have the appetite for it. However, it's just after lunchtime. We're on some recently semi-flattened off land, and I've just had what looks like a rather nice hammered. And I don't know if you can see that, because I'm looking down at the screen. I can see 2 dots. Just 2 dots there, which will indicate that is a half groat. Let's have a better look. I'm not going to rub it too hard. Yeah, that's not a bad coin, actually. Queen Elizabeth half groat, I would say. It's a little bit worn on that side, but the head side, if I can just gently, half groat, you can see the 2 dots. That's not a bad bust. Oh well, that's a good start to the afternoon. I'll post up some more bits and pieces if I find any. So catch you people in a bit. Hi everybody, I'm back again. Maybe 30 or 40 yards from that little Elizabeth half groat, and I've just managed to winkle out this rather poor conditioned hammered. It's definitely a hammered. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's I don't know, Tudor. Maybe looking at that angle, it looks like a Charles, probably a Charles half groat again, half penny, another half groat possibly. Anyway, it's not in good condition, but it's welcome. It's not a bad coin, I suppose. You know, a lot of people wouldn't turn their nose up at that. They might clean up when I get back home. Interesting field this, because I haven't been on it for some time, and I've had a few hammered off it in the past. However, not, like I said, it's the farmer's only recently sort of flattened it off a little bit. It's still fluffy underfoot, but I suspect there'll be 1 or 2 more hammered coming up before the day's out. So watch this space, folks. Hello, it's Graham again, folks. Another hammered has just popped out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a rather nice penny of Edward, I should imagine. Nice and flat. See the portrait? So that's not bad. 3 hammered this afternoon. This morning session was absolutely shocking. Nothing came up apart from buttons and bits of copper and scrap and shotgun shells and ring pulls. But 3 hammered in this afternoon session isn't to be sniffed at. So we'll carry on, see if we can get any more. Hello everyone, I'm back again, and I have to say this day is absolutely glorious. It is, you know, it's only February, but it's like spring. It is stunning. The sun is warm in my face. It's just brilliant. And I've just flicked out this out of the soil, and it's definitely a strap end, but it's in really poor condition. It looks, it's Viking Saxon, and to me, again, that's a rough condition one, so my guess is that's been on the surface and subjected to the weather at some point. What a shame. But it does look to me like, let's have a look, because when I'm looking down from into the screen, it sort of enhances the detail. So it also almost magnifies the find. I don't know if there's remains of ring and dot down this middle section. I've had these before in Norfolk, these strap ends, and they've been full and absolutely immaculate with full patina on. However, I don't have that luxury with this one, unfortunately, folks. It's definitely had its patina stripped at some point. But anyway, it's a decent find, isn't it? It's I'm doing okay, 3 hammered and that. So I'm not going to post up any buckles and buttons and thimbles, because I know it bores you people to death, because it bores me to death. But I'll just see if I've got a chance. Let's have a look what time it is. Probably got another hour and a quarter left, so hopefully we'll better post something else up before the day's out. Catch you guys in a bit. Hello everybody, I'm back again. Now I think I found another hammered, and I've just said to myself it's not, is it? And I think it is. So let's have a first glance. As you can see, let's have a look at it, folks. There's another flat. Is it hammered? Tell me it's going to be a button. No, it's looking good. I'm not going to rub that too much. It's definitely hammered. I thought I might have been able to see a bit of detail on it. Something's telling me that's another Tudor coin. So I've done alright today, 4 hammered. I'm well pleased with that performance today, folks. I haven't been in the right frame of mind really to do a video. I was totally against doing it this morning, so I'm pretty glad I did it. Now, just before, that might be my last find of the day, who knows, or a decent find anyway. But I'm getting a lot of calls about the Magic 13B9s. Now, I'm not, and I'm going to make this decision from pretty much first off. I'm not going to start hyping up metal detectors. I'm not going to start hyping up coils and everything else, because I'm a great believer of letting them do the talking in the field. All I'm going to say is this: on the G2 Plus, as you can see, that isn't coming off ever. The only time when I say ever, the only time it'll come off if I'm doing heavy stubble, I'll put the 5B8 on, or I'm in really heavy iron contaminated ground, I'll put the 5B8 on. But that coil is staying on this machine. End of debate. Make of that what you will. Okay, if I find anything else, we've got, let's have a look, 3/4 of an hour left, maybe just over. So let's see if we can winkle something else out. I'll catch you people in a short while. Hello everybody, it's Graham again. Now that last coin I found, if you can remember, just a moment ago, I said it was a Tudor. I've just poured some water on it and it isn't. That, my friends, looks something good. I would say it's a Norman penny. Is it Henry the First? I don't know, but it's revealing some detail. Unfortunately though, sadly, on the other side it's blank. Oh, it's very crude and blank. What a shame. Well, that's a very, very smart coin. I'm well pleased with that. So I'll do some more research on it. Something tells me it's Henry the First, just by that detail on the back, but I could be wrong. It might even be a William, but it's an early one. So happy days. I thought I'd just share that bit with you folks. Yeah, would you believe it, folks? I would say number 5. Let's have a look. Yep. Fantastic. What a fantastic day. It looks like another Eddie Penny. So there you go. How about that? 5 hammered. And we've still got half an hour, 20 minutes left. Let's see if we can pull another one out. Happy days. Hello everybody, it's Graham, I'm back, and I hope you enjoyed that rather interesting afternoon session that I had in amongst the hammered coins. What was interesting was this. Up until that point, up until sort of 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd found very little. However, once the farmer had done his work and had flattened out the field, ready for the next process of seeding and really compressing the soil, that made the difference. There was too much air in the soil. It was too loamy. Fines dropped down into crevices. There's too much air in between. Signals have become scratchy. But what was interesting yesterday, the first hammered that came up, I noticed was there was an area of soft soil about 4 inches, and then underneath that soft broken up soil it was quite hard, and the hammered coins seemed to be in the hard pack underneath the soft section, if that makes sense. So all yesterday's hammered bar one came up in that hard pack underneath the 4 inches of soil, which is very interesting. What pleased me most about it, well, there's two things that pleased me. The condition of the coins. Every single one of them coins was full and flat. None had been bent, none had been broken by the plough or split. They were all flat as the day they were made, which is really good, because mainly my hammered coins, certainly this year, have been split, bent, cracked, and you name it. So I was really pleased on that front, the condition of the coins they came up in. There was one of them, the Charles half groat, I think it is. It's pretty poor condition. It's been extremely worn due to circulation. But what pleased me condition wise was the Elizabeth I half groat. It's absolutely immaculate. It's one of the prettiest Elizabeth coins I have found in all the years of detecting, and I've probably got over 100, maybe 150 Elizabeth hammered coins, but the portrait on that is one of the best. It pleased me no end. I love good condition Queen Elizabeth coins. I always have had a soft spot for them, and that one is one of the best I've had. And of course the other two Edward pennies, or medieval silver pennies, were in good condition. They were flat, whole. One of them's got a really like a bluey silver coloration to it, which is nice. And of course the cream of the crop turned out to be what looks like a Henry I. It's either William the first, second, Henry I. I'm going with Henry I hammered penny. It's the first, or I think I had a half cut once, but it's the first whole Henry I coin I've ever had. So I'm really pleased with that. The disappointing thing is, if there is a disappointment, is the bust side where the portrait is rather crude and worn and almost flat, and that's due to the fact that it's been misstruck and weakly struck, because way back then in the early Norman times the coins were pretty crude, and it was a pretty poor process that the mints and the moneyers were operating at. So I was really pleased with that. The weather was fantastic. It was like spring, and my advice would be get out there while you can. While the weather's like this and you've got the opportunity to get out detecting, there's no better place to be in the world than out in them fields. It was absolutely stunning, and if I wasn't so busy digging up good targets and signals, I would have loved to have put a deck chair out on that field and sat there with my arms folded, just looking at the landscape. It was that pretty. The sun came out, the fog had disappeared, the sky was that beautiful blue. It wasn't too cold, the sun was warming the back of my neck. Absolutely perfect. That's what, they're the days that you live for. It was absolutely amazing. And of course, artifacts wise, we didn't do too well on the artifacts. I got a Viking Saxon strapping that had been broken and the patina had come completely off it. So, but I'm getting 5 hammered, so I'm quite pleased with that ratio. But the next couple of weeks, hopefully we'll have more good sessions like that. I hope you've enjoyed this film, and keep watching, folks. And many thanks for everybody that comments and watches the films. The only reason I do them is simply because it shows you guys what's out there. And it shows you guys what I'm about as an individual and as a person, and also it gives me the opportunity in future years to look back with fond memories of the finds that I'm making out in the field. So happy days. Okay, I'll see you soon for the next episode of Detecting Talk. Take care.